Hello Libra, my name is Jason. This is your general tarot reading for April 2019. So general reading could be about love, career, questions at the forefront of your mind. Sometimes things will mix and match and parts of the reading will be about love, others about career. You'll know in the first few minutes if this is resonating for you. Whether it is or isn't, please go ahead and check out my readings for your rising and moon signs, as I find they resonate quite often much more strongly than those of the sun sign. For now, Libra, you go into the month of April with the Ten of Cups, so things are pretty good. There's a sense of emotional fulfillment. I'm feeling you've just patched up something with someone, perhaps, and it's been like a big relief that you've sort of buried the hatchet and started communicating again more openly and honestly with someone, and it's given you this real sense of happiness. Okay, I'm feeling it's about something in the home, so perhaps a relative, a family member, but it could also be like something which has happened at work or with a friend. What's crossing you? Okay, you have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is or can be someone who is a bit loose with their tongue sometimes as far as other people's feelings go. Perhaps they're not as sensitive as you might like them to be, but they often bring news or a message which is not necessarily welcome. It's going against what you want. You'll see the Knight here going against the wind. The trees in the background are blowing one way and he is charging ahead in the opposite direction. Now, he may be doing this alone. If you have a look at the horse's eye, I don't know if you can see the expression on the horse's face there, he doesn't seem to be really keen on following what the Knight is doing. So perhaps there's someone in your environment who is going against what other people want, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's perhaps the way they're communicating is abrasive. Okay, that's the word that's coming to me there. Your conscious goal for the month of April, you have the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords, this has been coming up a lot. The Seven of Swords has to do with deception. Okay, it's looking like perhaps you may be avoiding responsibility for something, and it's not necessarily a negative card. Perhaps someone has implied that you are responsible for something, and your role this month seems to be, well, hang on, no, this is not my responsibility, or it's not on me to do this. That's what I'm feeling there. We'll try and clarify that and see what comes out of that. The unknown influence is the Six of Pentacles, Libra. So the Six of Pentacles talks about balance. See the scales here, you know all about those. You may be called upon to have to allocate some resources this way or that, or fairly or appropriately. Okay, so you may be put in charge of some level of budget, or in charge of some kind of project, or in charge of people, perhaps like timetabling or rostering. I'm feeling something like that in the workplace, and that may have some longer term effects. You just need to be careful here that you keep things as objective as possible and perhaps not favour one person over another, like as far as friendships go, that kind of thing. If it's a position which requires you to be objective, you need to sort of put personal relationships aside for a minute while you're doing this, okay? Or indeed, it might actually be something which requires you to really look at what you're getting from your friendships and allocate your emotional investments accordingly, okay? Now, in your recent past, Libra, you have the Fool card. So it looks like you've started something, and like a new beginning. You felt quite fresh about something, and you finished a cycle and started another one, and you did it with real enthusiasm. So perhaps you went for a new job or started a new creative project, and you were feeling good, and I'm feeling you still are feeling pretty good about this. Whatever you started, I'm thinking it was the right time to do it, but we'll have a look and see what comes out here. You're approaching influence. You have the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is about equal give and take. It's about respecting each other. It can be about trade. So a lot of people see the Two of Cups as a lover's card or a relationship card, and it is, but it's what kind of relationship, whether it's a love relationship or a business relationship, it's looking like there's equal give and take here. People willing to put in their fair share and take what they deserve as well. So that's a nice energy to have. So perhaps this Fool card here on this side, and you've begun like a business or a partnership or a relationship somehow. You took a leap of faith, and it seems to be paying off, because remember, you are here right now. So that's a wonderful line of cards to have. But we'll keep going. What are you bringing to the situation right now? You're bringing the King of Pentacles. Okay, so it looks like you've perhaps just established some kind of financial security for yourself. You've found a really good deal for something maybe, or you're in the process of getting yourself a really good deal on something. And because it's a king, I'm feeling this could be quite a large investment, like it could be like a car or a big ticket item, a washing machine or something, and you're finding a really good bargain or situation or contract. It could be something like not necessarily a cash thing. It might be a bartering, a swapping of something. Either way, it's looking like you've got this wonderful abundance around you. Some deal you've just struck, and look at this king just surrounded with abundance. And he's surrounded with abundance because he's been very astute financially, and he's really seen the long-term benefits of things, and they're starting to pay off. And so that's probably where you're at now. So things are looking pretty good for you, Libra. Good job. In your environment, the way your environment sees you, the way you see your environment, and your place in it. You have the Moon card. I'm seeing the Moon card here as giving you a sense of evolution. You have a look at the lobster down the bottom there, climbing out of the deep depths up onto that path, onto dry land. It looks like he's heading towards through those gates. So those towers or pillars there are standing out to me. Perhaps there's some kind of rite of passage that you're working towards, and people are seeing this growth in you. So that's what I've got there. So it's like you're reaching a new level of consciousness or awakening in yourself, and people are starting to see that. So you're probably not the same person you were, say, 12 months ago. And if someone saw you 12 months later and they hadn't seen you in all that time, they would probably notice quite a big change in you, perhaps in your appearance, the way you've grown your hair or your body language or something about you. You're vibrating a little more highly than you were back then, if this is for you. And I'm thinking it's got to do with this leap of faith that you took, and it's just changed your life. It's set you off on a new journey, and I'm still feeling you're feeling pretty good about things. Your hopes and fears. Okay, this is the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups, this is a knight in shining armor. Okay, so it looks like you're just about in a good spot now to accept an offer, or you're waiting for this person, could be a water sign, to make you a love offer. Perhaps you're waiting for them to ask you out or show some interest in you. And that's what it's looking like there. And this is a genuine night. So I think you've decided that the players aren't your thing, and you want to go for this guy who's sitting upright, He's offering this cup of emotion to you. He's offering more than just a fling, and you've seen the value in that. So good luck with that. And in your outcome, you have the Four of Wands. What a beautiful reading you have here, Libra. Okay, so the Four of Wands is a card of a stable home life. It's a card of success. It's a card of longevity. So when you have this sense of security in the home, there is so much a person, when they have this, is willing to risk. So you're not as fearful when you have this kind of energy around you, because you know you can always go home. You've always got that friendly, welcoming, stable environment for you to go back to. So it's a really strong looking sense of just real. It's looking like you've done some work, you've taken some chances, you put your heart out there, and it's starting to pay off. Okay, so and with this Knight of Cups energy and the Two of Cups, it's looking like things are just going to get better and better from here, certainly in the month of April, Libra. But let's have a look and find out what some of these cards are all about there. I'd just like to have a look at this Knight of Swords here and find out what this Knight of Swords, why are they crossing you? What are they, some kind of just a thorn in the side, or do they have something significant which is a barrier for you? Let's have a look here and find out. Why is the Knight of Swords here for Libra? Why is the Knight of Swords crossing Libra in the month of April? And you have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so the Two of Pentacles is a choice. It looks like you're busy with your hands full, but while your hands are full, you can't let these other ships come in. So perhaps there's an ex-partner there, and maybe an air sign, okay, and they are like stopping you from, they're just in the way of your success somehow, and you've got to perhaps drop one of these pentacles to allow those ships out the back to come in. Okay, so perhaps you're waiting for this, a chance to really cut the cord with this Knight of Swords to let things move on, perhaps towards that Knight of Cups we were talking about. That's what that's feeling like there. Okay, so let's have a look at this Seven of Swords, and your conscious goal is a Seven of Swords. Now, I'm thinking perhaps it is a card of deception. I'm thinking perhaps maybe you're thinking of leaving a relationship to go to another one, some of you. I don't usually concentrate on relationships and all that third-party stuff. I think a lot of it's overdone, but it's looking like there's some kind of responsibility here that you don't want. It could be a person, it could be a duty, or again, it could be just trying to unload this hard-talking, abrasive Knight of Swords to go to the more gentle Knight of Cups. Let's have a look. Why is the Seven of Swords here? Could be something completely different. We'll clarify this. Please clarify the Seven of Swords for Libra. And you have Death. Okay, yeah, it looks like you'll be ending something. You're trying to finish something, perhaps with this Knight of Swords. Okay, so there's a relationship you're in at the moment and you want that gone. Or if it's not a relationship with a person, it's some aspect of your life which is just dragging you down, and it's not letting you be as free as you want to be to continue this fool's journey here. And that's what it's looking like. So you're really looking like unloading something, and perhaps you're going to have to do it under the cover of darkness, or by keeping secrets. So you might be doing something in secret, like just packing your bags and going one day, or just perhaps just ghosting someone. and maybe you've just realised that enough's enough. That's what I've got there. Okay, so let's have a look at this unknown influence, this Six of Pentacles. Okay, so you've got to work out who gets your resources or who gets the resources. Okay, could be like several people involved or several jobs or tasks which need doing sometime in April, and you've got to work out what you're going to keep, what gets most of your time. Okay, I'm feeling that energy myself. Let's have a look. Why is the Six of Pentacles here? And we have the Ten of Rods, the Ten of Wands. Okay, so that's a lot there. You see this person, they're carrying a whole lot of stuff. Something's got to go, and so that's what you're doing. You've got to work out which of these wands or rods in this bundle that you are going to get rid of, because there's just too much to carry for one person. As I was saying, look, and that's got right in here with your conscious goal as well. You're trying to unload something, and you might have to keep something to yourself to be able to do that. You'll know what that's about if that's for you. But definitely, yeah, okay, so you've got something coming up. You're going to have to drop some of this load that you've got. It could be something as simple as housework or something like that. Maybe something you've got to do in the workplace, and it's sort of like a dead wood job. It doesn't really contribute to your productivity somehow. You'll know what that is. Okay, so King of Pentacles right now you have. Oh, hang on. Let's talk about this Two of Cups. This Two of Cups, what's that about? Could be about finding a really compatible partner, or it could be about something in the workplace. And what flew out was the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is about independence. Okay, so you're looking for I'm thinking this is a work situation, this one. And the Nine of Pentacles talks about being self-sufficient. And because it's with this Two of Cups here, so it looks like you'll be finding a job or a partner which is allowing plenty of give and take, but it's also giving you this sense of independence where you can stand on your own 2 feet. Okay, and so that looks like it's coming. So that's great. You're the best of both worlds, really, Libra. So you've got a good relationship which allows you to be yourself. Okay, so you won't be feeling too crowded about things. And so, yeah, there's a lot happening for you, and I can see you're loosening some of that stuff up to let things flow a bit more. And you're seeing that now. You're seeing that things have been just clogged somehow. And, yeah, there's definitely some flow coming through here now. That's great. So this King of Pentacles, you have got this great bargain that you're finding, or you've found, or this great job that you've just landed. Let's have a look. Oh, that nearly came out. Why is the King of Pentacles here? Why is the King of Pentacles here for Libra in April 2019? And you have the Six of Swords. Okay, so whatever this job is, or this great deal is, it's allowing you to move on. It could be a new car, a great deal on a car or a boat, let's say. Okay. Perhaps it's also a job which requires you to move somewhere, and when you make this move, it'll free you up from like a little bit of toxicity or stagnation in your environment somewhere. So basically a new kind of environment. That's great. Let's have a look at the Moon card here, your environment. Now the Moon can talk about deception. I'm thinking this is more about your evolution for yourself and the way people are seeing you, and they're seeing you as being a changed person. You've got a lot more to offer perhaps than you did some time ago. Why is the Moon card here for Libra? And you have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so the Six of Pentacles, again, it's about allocating how you're going to divvy up things. Okay, perhaps there's some kind of settlement around, some some kind of legal matter, and it could be to do with more than just a couple of people or more than one person, and there could be some sharing of the spoils of this legal matter, whatever that is, and it's going to free you up and allow you to really do things, and it could actually be quite a sum of money coming in for you. So that's feeling pretty good if that's for you, Libra. So yeah, I'm feeling there are other people involved in this. I'll just get another card for that. Let's please clarify the Six of Pentacles, which was clarifying the Moon card. One came out. Here we go, the Knight of Cups again. Okay, so this person, perhaps there's someone involved here who is really helping you through a process, and they are part of a group, but you are interested in them somehow. You see them as giving you some kind of a step up, a way forward, but it's not like you'd be using them for career or for money. It's just that they are a helpful person, and you're seeing a lot of positives in them, which would help you grow somehow. Okay, and you also had that in your hopes and fears here. Remember, we had the Knight of Cups in your hopes as well. So I'm feeling that there's someone involved in some kind of group activity, and you're seeing that they could be really good for you, whether that's in a relationship, a personal relationship, or in some kind of a business relationship. And then you've got the Four of Wands as the outcome. So if this is how you're finishing your month, or this particular set of circumstances here, it's looking really good. Look at those people, they're turning around and they're recognizing. It's like they're grateful for what they have. So that's beautiful. I don't need to read any more about that, Libra. I think that's looking very promising for you in the month of April. So look, please let me know how that resonates. And thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll happily talk to you in a couple of weeks.